Welcome, gamers and geeks, to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM. I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And today we're on episode 6 of the Path of Vengeance campaign. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Ooh, Path of Vengeance.
Yeah!
I'm Scott, by the way. I'm a rogue.
Yeah.
Also a kitty person.
Also
I am Wick. I am a Kenku rogue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Zane. I'm playing Blue, the Plasmoid Drake Warden Ranger.
I am Raquel Squawkin. She is a cleric Aarakocra.
Woo!
We
What happened last time we played?
We were hunted.
Yep.
It was fun. Sorta.
Mm-hmm.
Then we stole a bunch of potions.
That was also fun.
Yes.
And now we plan to free a Kraken from a tiny lake.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Raquel
I feel like we skipped over a
one
lot
of
of
her cleric
details, but
abilities
that's
for a
pretty
hot
much
minute.
right.
You did kind
Oh
of...
yeah, that too.
What did you say there, Raquel?
Oh, Raquel completely forgot one of her cleric abilities for a hot minute there, leading to the potions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a good thing you did, because then we wouldn't be able to free the Kraken now.
Exactly. It was all God's will. All of it.
Totally intentional, definitely.
Was it the Great Hour, or whatever you call it?
The Great Eagle. I mean, that's more of like the Cataclysm event. So we're just gonna put all this on Cyrenita.
Nice.
It was her will. She's been leading her.
Right.
So, what is the plan to get the Kraken out?
Alright, well first, we're going to get to that, spot just before the, I have the map in front of me, so I don't know how to describe it. The spot on the map where it's the shortest distance between the land and the other side of the water. We're going to feed the Kraken a bunch of potions, and hopefully it makes it to the other side.
And
Yep.
which potions?
Potion of flying, potion of speed, and potion of invisibility.
When you also going to try and make it smaller? Or
Oh yeah.
Wait, were we?
yeah, you were going to give it like a bunch of different stuff. Oh, there we go.
No, that was really, I think that was really when we were just trying to squeeze it through something.
Well, I mean, making it smaller will make it easier for the Kraken to get into the... I think it's technically referred to as a strait for the area of like the area between those two bits, so it'll make it easier to get as close as physically possible if it is smaller.
Yeah, but the potion of flying, I don't think it really matters.
I guess. Okay.
Potion of flying and potion of invisibility are honestly the most important ones in this, I think.
Well, and speed, just so it can get there
And
quicker.
speed,
Or
yeah.
the potions were off.
All the speed.
Mhm.
Because it's slow. I think it's like 25 or something.
Yeah,
20.
You can't travel fast on land. So. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Meow. So, yeah, you were slept in the little air pocket that the Kraken created for you, didn't you? Or did you go back to the town?
We
No, I
slept
think
in
we all decided to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, we slept in the air pocket.
Fun. And are any of you elven? Nope. Okay, so would you just trust that the Kraken is keeping watch and all go to sleep at the same time, or would you want to take turns keeping watch?
I don't think anything could get down here, is my thought.
I mean, the Kraken's both in the area. We're also in an air pocket underneath the water. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's really going to find it. I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be up out of curiosity, just thinking about, well, the bullshit that just happened.
What's your thought process there then?
I had a whole plan. This was supposed to go smoothly. And of course, I just had to accept a couple of drinks from some random stranger. And now I'm with these weirdos.
Hey!
I'll take it.
I mean, I'm just saying, one of you are like a literal slime, or two birds.
Mm-hmm. Could be worse. You can still have that bugbear with you. But anyway, so yes, after you finish your long rests, do you have any, when you finish a long rest, stuff that you want to do?
No.
No. I mean, obviously Raquel needs to pray for an hour to get her spells.
That she is. Every day. Every day for at least 1 hour. As soon as she gets up, right before she goes to bed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she's very happy to be surrounded by, as far as she is concerned, fellow believers, because no one's contradicted her on that at this point. So she's 100% going to see if you guys want to join her little prayer circle.
Yeah,
Free invitation. Anyone?
As you say this, Wick's gonna just ask, so, who are we praying to?
Serenita, of course.
Who?
He was unconscious for most of that, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yes, but
Yep.
she was preaching to him as he was unconscious, so she was sure that her holy words should have reached him.
Wick is gonna immediately shoot that down by just saying, I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
Well, now you get a chance to tell him.
Oh my goodness, you have not felt the welcoming wings of Serenita. Oh, blessed day. Blessed day. Alright, so... And then
I
she's
envy
gonna
you
begin
so
the-
much.
Yeah, she's just gonna begin her whole entire spiel of who Serenita is, how she was the goddess founder of the Aarakocras, all of that, and how, as a fellow bird-like person, you really should believe in Serenita.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't believe that Serenita exists. Not so big on being a whole acolyte of gods.
You don't have to be an acolyte. Yeah, just as Raquel, you don't have to be an acolyte. You just gotta believe.
What? Believe that she exists like all the other gods?
Yes, at minimum. Just believe that she exists, believe in her, accept her welcoming wings to surround you, allow the strength of her talons to infuse within you, and just give you strength.
Okay, I'm getting half of what you're saying, but also half of this doesn't make sense. How do I accept the talons, or whatever you're saying, of a being that does not exist on this plane of existence?
I mean, you would make your own prayer request to her if you're hoping to, get some, of the divine power. But otherwise, just the power of believing in her spirit will uplift you.
I'll think about it.
That's good enough for Raquel.
Okay.
How you all doing this morning?
Doing good.
Yeah, similar.
What are we all talking about?
Some bird god or
divine
something.
bird.
A divine
I'd-
bird.
Yeah.
Those flappy, feathery things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I suppose two of you are flappy, feathery things too.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You do flap. Okay, whatever. Want some breakfast?
Sorry, can you say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
Want some breakfast?
Sure.
Breakfast would be nice.
That would be
The
delightful.
Kraken disgorges some fish into the cave.
Lube and his new pet rushes over to eat.
Raquel is totally fine eating this too.
Was it? Hang on. Was it from his mouth or just
Yes.
did he grab some fish?
No, he bleh, fish.
It's like being a kid again.
Wick is gonna just look at it and say, "Yeah, I think I've lost my appetite a bit. Maybe I'll wait for lunch."
23.
Oh,
It's really good. The bile gives it flavor. Just try it. Don't knock until you try it.
would you prefer kelp? Oh,
Probably, yeah.
I bet you prefer villager. Give me a minute.
No. Not into the whole. Is it cannibalism if they're not part of the same? I don't know.
No, it's not. If they're not part of the same species, it's not cannibalism.
Dude.
Not particularly fond of eating sentient life.
Why not?
To be fair, all life is sentient in that regard.
I mean, there's degrees of sentience, isn't there?
Yeah. Sapient life is a better word for it.
So if it shows any sign of
okay.
intelligence at all, you won't eat it.
If it can speak, no.
What if it speaks a language you don't understand? And therefore
Still
have
no.
no idea that it's speaking to you.
There are signs of it being a language, even if I can't speak it.
Do you eat pig?
I'll just take the kelp.
I'll go get you some. And yeah, the Kraken leaves with the pile of semi-digested fish. What do you do?
Eat.
No. Yeah. Eat.
Okay,
I'm gonna count my belongings, see if everything's in order.
count your belongings.
Right.
Yeah, just see
So there's something
if
only, is there?
anyone's just taken something in the night.
You
There's
suspect
something
the other party members are stealing from you?
No, I don't. I'm just. It's a habit of his.
Fair.
Can't be too careful.
Suppose you are a rogue yourself. So,
Also, it's not necessarily the party members. It could also be the Kraken.
Did I
You think the
figure out
Kraken stole
who-
from you?
Do we know who's cast?
Okay.
Okay.
anyway. The Kraken
I'm just
returns
gonna-
shortly with a few fronds of kelp
Oh, I have a question.
and
My axe that shunts things.
found some good ones.
Could I use it to attack him?
It's
or
got some
something?
mermaid purses attached.
Remind me what mermaid the purses are again.
Roll a nature check to see if you know.
Let's do that.
Okay. Which channel do I roll them in again?
D&D campaigns.
Okay.
I'll tag you in it.
It's exclamation mark R, right?
Yep, exclamation R,
Yep.
R, D20, -1, 11. Oh,
Not too bad.
not too bad. You've vaguely recalled something about them being related to sharks. Or something to do with sharks.
16. Plus 2d6, actually. Hang on.
That's what they are. My character wouldn't know that, but that's what they are. Yep, got those.
6, 10, 14.
Yeah, they're XX.
Yeah,
Mm.
it takes another 14 damage.
Wick, thinking that it might just be something that sharks eat,
I think so.
you should say, "Oh, sounds good."
And the
Sounds
DC
good.
15 con save.
And he will. Is the cave, the air pocket that we're in, kind of damp?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Because I have a tinder box. I was thinking of maybe lighting a fire to sort of roast the kelp. But I don't think I'd be able to do that if it's damp.
Yeah,
Do you
throw him 20 foot
have-
away.
We'd die of carbon monoxide poisoning. Please don't.
Oh,
That is also
Unless
so
there's
yeah.
ventilation
The smoke-
in the pocket.
Yeah, it doesn't have any ventilation at all. Yeah, you'd either get... Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a while before
Yeah.
you burn up all the oxygen in there, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, like the minute you'd try to make a fire call, would be like, no, no, no. She at least has high enough intelligence to know that's bad.
what do you mean I can't light a fire in an enclosed area? And as he's being stopped, he'll just eat the kelp raw.
Yeah, put him in the sea. Put him in the sea.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, if I'm
The,
up in the... Yeah, no matter. No, it's fine.
The mermaid's
second
purses are
attack.
like salty ravioli. They're really good.
Yvotha.
Wick will just think that they are good food.
Okay.
30. Why?
So what's the plan? What we doing?
Okay, so plan. First, we gotta get you out of here into the spot. I actually still don't know how to describe it. There's the map.
As far
We'll
down,
get you to the spot.
as far downriver as you can get, basically.
Yeah.
That's-
So we're gonna get you as far downriver as we can,
I didn't do my
and
job.
then you're gonna take a couple of these. I'm just gonna hold up one of the potions I have.
Wick is also going to hold up some of his potions.
Those are tiny.
The effect works the same. Doesn't really matter the size.
Are you sure?
It works similar on small, medium, and large-sized people. I'm fairly certain it'd work on any size.
5,
Well, if you're sure. I trust you.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, we can always make you smaller.
How are you going to do that?
Did you hear that?
Not the potion.
Another potion.
But if I'm too big for the potions to have effect, will that one
Can I
have
do a
effect?
Third attack?
Good question.
That is a good question.
We'll, if this doesn't work, we will come up with another plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you guys need any help getting out of the cave? Or can you swim now?
I'd rather get some assistance getting out of here. I'm not a big fan
Why
of.
is there a name
water.
down here?
Why not? What is nice?
Okay. Can many
Yeah, but it makes my
on
fur all clumpy. I hate it.
Feathers and water don't really mix so well.
Have you never met a penguin?
Gotcha then.
Yeah, but they have special feathers.
Yeah, my feathers are meant for light and aesthetic. They don't do quite as well in water.
Mine used to be for flight, but kind of stopped.
If this works, I could help you with that.
Help me with what?
Make your feathers better for water.
15.
That'd be cool. Be like a penguin.
Total damage is 30. Hang on.
Well, I feel like we're wasting daylight here. Shall we get to show on the road?
15.
Yes.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, 33 hit.
Tally ho and all that.
Where do you want me to put you?
If you can get us outside the city, that'd be nice. Or this town. I'd rather not have to interact with these people again.
Out of curiosity, is it possible for us to ride the Kraken? Like, if it just stayed close enough to the surface where there was, a portion of it above the water that we could stand on, so that we could travel with it?
Sorry, what was that?
Can we ride the Kraken?
Okay. I don't like being above the water, but okay.
I mean, I guess not. Or technically, it could just hold us via tentacle.
I could
Yes, I think that's it.
put you on my back, I suppose.
Only if you're comfortable with it.
Not really, but if it gets me to the ocean.
Just heal yourself up and get out of the way so you don't get hurt.
And he grabs you all and each of you in a tentacle, pulls you out of the cave, takes you up to the surface as quickly as possible, and places you on his back, keeping just the hump of his back above the water. He swims downriver. You hear a few gasps of awe from the townsfolk in Nixie as you float away. You're all very wet at the moment.
Can I get wet though?
Yes.
Aren't you a slime?
Yes, you can get.
Yes.
You can get diluted.
Yep.
So yeah, you're probably like twice the size as you normally would be.
Yep.
But
Shall
is
be right
water
now.
wet though?
Is what?
Is water wet though?
Water by itself cannot get wet, but a pond of water can get wet, as water surrounding water makes water wet. But a molecule of water cannot be wet because it's the only molecule.
Except it's not a. It's a. Anyway.
It is a molecule.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
yes.
water is an individual
Yeah.
molecule.
Yeah, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Yep. Anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, did you know that we don't have hydroreceptors as humans? We can feel the
Yep.
cold and we can feel the
Yep.
slipperiness, but we
Mhm.
technically don't feel wetness.
Yeah, it's where you can't feel lukewarm water.
hmm
Yeah. Weird. So, yeah, you are floating downriver until you get into the narrower gap. You can see Salka and Salka Valod to the east, and of course you sailed Bloob, you sailed past your own rat farm on the way to this point. What do you do now? You can probably hop off the Kraken's back onto land from here if you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, if Raquel spent time like doing the one poofy things that birds do when they get wet and grooming herself, is she now dry enough to fly?
Yeah, probably. Especially if you were shaking it off.
Mm.
Is this the place that we're stopping to do the whole potion thing?
That's the idea.
Okay. Wick will also hop off and just shake off as much water as he possibly can.
Yeah, can Raquel fly up and see if there's like anyone or anything around?
There are some armored elves in Salka Valod that seem to have been alerted by the presence of the gargantuan kraken and seem to be arming themselves.
Hey! What you doing?
You don't see that.
Okay, yeah, Raquel's gonna fly back down and let them know that like there are people arming themselves and getting ready.
Okay.
All right. So sounds like we should get this show on the road.
Yep.
So you hear it telepathically in your heads. What do you mean?
It's a what's the word for it? Metaphor?
So how do I get out?
Guys, and let's get started with
metaphor's a
getting you out
metaphor.
of here.
We gotta
Okay,
talk
so
to the elves.
What'd you say?
First we have to talk to the elves.
You want to go talk to the elves? Okay.
They're just going
Alright,
to attack the Kraken if it gets out of the water.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
So we have to negotiate with them, telling them as trying to go to the ocean.
Okay. So you're going to get out. You're going to disembark on the east side of the river.
Yep.
To talk to the elves.
Yep.
Okay then. How does everyone else feel about that?
could be a bad idea.
You're going to try and stop
Yeah, I
them?
think we should just hurry up and get with these.
No, I'm
Potion.
not going to try and stop him. Yeah, potions would be a good idea. Let's do potions now.
So you're going to start feeding the Kraken potions.
Yep.
We're gonna start with the shrinky, the diminutive
Start with the shrinking one,
whatever it's
yeah.
called.
Start with the shrinking one.
Okay.
Diminution, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, diminution.
Oh yeah, we also have the potion of... No, wait, we already mentioned that. Never mind, I'm stupid.
So you tell him to take and drink the potion of diminution, right?
Yep.
And he reaches out a tentacle and takes it from you. And it disappears into the water. And sure enough, The Kraken reduces in size from gargantuan to huge. Still about 4 times bigger than any of you.
Okay, well, that means the potions affect him.
Yes. There is a contingent of 12 elven guards with spears marching towards your position from the other side of the river.
Wick is gonna quickly hand him the Kraken the invisibility potion, and just say, "Drink it when we say, but not just yet."
Alright, well, how far are these elves?
Well, as you can see, Selka Valod is a little way from the river. So they're approaching, but you've got time. Not much, but you got time.
Wick is going to start handing him the other potions that we said, so the levitation and the haste potion.
Okay. Are you going to tell him to drink them, or are you going to tell him to wait until your command again?
Just going to say, drink them and then drink the invisibility.
Okay. So, as he does so, and at first you see a kraken-shaped hole in the water. And then he begins to levitate out of the water, and in your head you hear him cursing and panicking that, "Help, the air's getting me, I can't breathe!"
Do we have a water breathing potion? Would water breathing work in this situation?
He's amphibious, he can breathe air, he just...
Oh, okay.
He's panicking.
Yes.
Just act like you're swimming in the air.
Yeah, just calm down and head in direction towards bigger water.
You feel invisible tentacles reach out and grab you. Don't let me float away!
Okay, so could Raquel just join it in the air and be like, just follow me through the air water?
I don't have flappy doodles.
You don't need flappy doodles, just pretend that the air is water. The potion makes it so that the air is like water for you. You just gotta concentrate on where you want to go.
Just keep swimming.
Exactly. I'll do that.
Do you want to roll persuasion to see if you can calm him down effectively?
Oh god.
Can I assist?
We're gonna try with my -1 to charisma. No way this can go
Oh,
wrong.
man.
Do I technically have help since other people are trying to calm him down too?
Yeah, you can roll with
my
advantage.
God. It's still a 7.
No, it's better than the 2.
The sky's getting me! He seems to have
just gonna say...
He seems to have a genuine paranoid phobia of the sky.
Wick's just gonna say, "Follow me, we'll lead you to better waters."
Okay, try your persuasion.
Look at the ground, not the sky. Look at the ground.
I'm falling upward.
You're not falling upward. Focus on me, focus on the floor.
Alright. Persuade. Go on.
Okay, what was my... Okay,
Wick, you've got a
+3.
+3.
I've got a +3.
Nice!
20.
20.
30-20.
Okay. Okay. Look at the floor. Whew. Look at the floor. Oh, the floor's getting closer. Am I? Do I naturally? Does this spell make? Does this potion make me drift naturally towards what I'm looking at?
I think so, maybe. Who knows?
Oh shit!
What?
I forgot we were getting a storm.
Oh, in real life?
Oh,
Yeah. I just heard the thunder. I'm like, shit!
I was gonna say, because you actually reminded me of a good point. When the Kraken starts panicking, it would probably start to get overcast and thundery.
okay. Now let's head to the big water.
Big water. Look at the big water. Go to the big water. It's sort of, you can't see it obviously because it's invisible, but you can hear it trying to walk itself along the ground, grasping tufts of grass and boulders and anything else it can to pull itself along.
Can we see if we can convince it to watch the birdie, i.e. Raquel, and just follow her in its line of sight? And hopefully that way it will be floating without realizing that it's floating and trick it that way, since having it on the ground seems like
It's
a
not
bad
really
idea.
on the ground. It's just kind of grabbing at things on the ground.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it went fully on the ground for a
No,
second.
he's
I was
still
like,
he's,
oh no.
he's still
Oh,
levitating.
no.
He's still levitating at the moment until the potion wears off.
Alright.
Does anybody remember how
No.
long that potion's supposed to last for a medium-sized creature?
Wasn't it a? I can't remember. Was this the invisibility or the haste?
It's the one I'm talking about at the moment is levitation, but all of them.
Levitation. I don't think I remember that.
Okay.
I know haste is a minute, and one of them is an hour.
Potion of flying is 1 hour.
I don't think you didn't give him. Did you give him actual flying, or was it?
I know
There
it
is
would
no
have resulted
potion
in
of
800 feet.
levitability.
What did you say?
There is no potion of
Levitation.
Levitation.
Yes,
So
flying.
it's flying. Okay.
There's only the potion of flying.
Okay, cool. So that's a good hour. That's awesome. So even if it were to, yeah. So the haste would probably wear off first.
I know the haste gets him 800 feet.
This is true. He can move fairly quickly with that. Okay. And invisibility. How long does that last? An hour. Okay. So. He fairly rapidly gets across the land then. And then yeah, he seems to go quiet right as he's reaching the far side of this strip of land. You know, you don't even hear him grasping for stuff anymore.
You, doing okay?
What happened?
Oh, haste ran out. It does that. Just, it'll wear off shortly.
And then you hear a big splash as it dives into the water on the far side.
Do we see the kraken-sized hole in the...
Yes, you see a
ocean?
kraken-sized hole bubble in the water. Yes. How long does the diminution last? Ooh, that could last a few hours. All right then.
Again?
Diminution.
The shrinking potion.
Oh.
It's 1d4 hours.
Oh.
So after about 10-15 minutes, he would become visible again. Thank you. I owe you, each of you, a boon, a gift. I'm not sure what I could offer you, though.
Oh, you said you could make my feathers more suitable to water. That'd be cool.
That is true. Yeah. Okay. So he reaches out with 4 of his tentacles, and he wraps them around you, and you each feel a slight sting. Like there's the hugging sensation, but there's also a pinch. And then he releases you. Shouldn't take too long for that to take effect. Thank you, friends.
Stay safe out there.
This is the beginning of a new era. And he submerges and swims out to the ocean.
Is there like a Free Willy moment where it jumps out of the water and then back in?
No, because he's terrified of the air. He probably does send lightning down to hit the elves, though, because why not?
Damn.
Ruthless.
What'd you do now?
I like it.
Like I said, you managed to resolve something that was supposed to take a few sessions.
Good question. What do we do now?
Yeah.
Well, you are currently not far from... well, you're across the water from Karas Kelduin, and there probably is like a ferry tied up on a small jetty. Like, you know, a little boat that would take you across to Karas Kelduin. Or you could
Is anyone
head to
currently...
Go on.
Is anyone currently operating the boat?
a startled-looking wood elf. Yeah, is standing next to the next to the ferry, still holding.
I'm assuming
Gripping-
this saw the crack.
Yes, he's gripping his pole tightly. But yeah, you can go across the river to Karis Keldwin, or you can head down to Aminalos, or go back up to Bloob's rat farm, or see if the people of Nixie are cool with the fact that you just took their god away.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Thinking I'm gonna. How about we head to Karis Keldwin? Since
Yeah,
we're here.
What's in there?
Okay. So the wood elf is still staring wide-eyed at the place in the river where the kraken was as you step up to him. What do you do?
How much to Kara's Keldwin?
What? Oh, just a silver to get across.
I'll throw in 2 more if you forget you ever saw that.
What? I'm not even sure what I saw.
Just don't mention
Exactly.
it to anyone, and I'll throw in 2 more silver per ticket.
Oh. Okay then. Yeah, I can do that. So that's 9? 9. Yeah.
Thought it was 12. There's 4 of us.
Yes. If you want to give him 12, that's great.
That was 3 silver per, because it was the fare plus 2 silver, so 12. I will give him 12.
Oh wow.
Hang on. Do I have
Do you have 12?
any silver? I don't have any silver.
Okay, well, a gold piece
It's
is 10 silver.
I'll chuck him a gold and say just keep the change.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Don't mention it. Ferry services are the backbone of this place.
Okay. Never heard that one before. Okay, all aboard. The ferry's it's a little more than a raft with a short wall around it. Are you all climbing on board?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And he begins punting you across. To Karas Keldwin. And it's fairly uneventful. Some of the fish in this part of the river seem a little aggressive at the moment, but
Can I try and catch one of the fish?
how do you intend to do that?
Just with my hand.
You're going to go hand fishing, huh?
Yep.
So you just put your arm in the water, and when he bites you, you can pull it out.
Now I'm gonna try and track one of the fish and just grab it from the raft.
Oh, okay. So you're going to have your hand...
If I miss it, I'm
All right. Roll to hit.
If I miss it, I'm gonna just stick it in there. Would that just be an unarmed strike? Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Nat
yeah.
20.
Yeah, that hits. You catch a fish with your bare hands. Well done.
Hey, I caught a fish.
Okay, Raquel is encouraged by this and wants to see if she can dive fish, because the only reason why she never did, like, what other birds of prey do, where, they swoop down in the water and try to catch the fish, is because she didn't want to accidentally get wet and not be able to fly. So, now that, and the off chance she gets wet, she can still fly. She's going to try to catch one in her talons while flying.
Okay. So you're gonna fly up and then dive into the water kingfisher style?
Yep.
Okay. Beak first. Alright. $15.
Ooh, 15.
Yep. So you catch a fish. And
This is one of the best days of her life.
you gasp with delight and realize that you didn't choke on water, that you seem to be able to breathe the water as easily as you can breathe air.
Okay, yeah, she's just doesn't even care about the raft anymore. She's just gonna screw around in the water for a little while.
And
Like
that's
going
when,
air, water.
and that's when you realize that you can also swim just as quickly as you could walk.
So it's walk speed, not fly speed. Okay, I'll take what I can get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's just utterly delighted by this.
So yeah. The rest of you see this eagle-like Aarakocra swimming around under the water like she's a puffin. Chasing fish. What are the rest of you thinking?
Wicky's gonna look at what the other bird is doing and immediately join in
Oh, sorry.
for a short amount of time, and then
Long enough to realize that
quickly.
you two now have a swim speed and are amphibious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Quickly get bored and hop back on the
natural
raft.
20 is
Just to confirm.
25.
Yes. Do you tell the others on the raft that you can breathe the water and swim now?
Yep.
And how do Scott and Bloob feel about this?
Intrigued, as he's going to go try swimming.
Mm-hmm. You also find yourself unhindered by the water and able to flow through it at 30 feet per round instead of 15. And of course, you don't really need to breathe anyway, so that's no different for you.
Yeah. This might have been a terrible thing for me, though.
Why?
Let me double check something. Yeah, because in later levels, I gain a swimming speed anyway.
Oh.
Oh well. Maybe it'll
Oh,
stack
wow.
and you can swim faster.
Maybe.
But anyway.
Oh, it does say gain, so it might. Oh well.
Like in always,
Yeah.
rule that it stacks. There's quite a few things that, like there's, in the, I think it's the Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer, where you gain a fly speed, but if you already can fly, you get plus 30 to it or something.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yes. And yeah, before long you're being the little ferry is being tied up at the other side. The ferryman is curious and goes, "Why did you take the ferry when you can all swim?"
That's a new development, thanks to the thing that you didn't see.
Oh. You didn't know you could swim?
Nope.
Oh. Well,
Plus, ferries are great.
I think I'm gonna go get a drink. I feel like I need one.
Good plan. Good plan.
Yeah. Tavern's this way if you're interested. And he climbs the jetty steps onto the harbour proper and shows you where the fishermen are repairing their nets and preparing their crab pots. The wood elves as well. Shows you the fishing supply shop and the tavern. You also you seem to pass a wood yard, an outdoor supply shop that has like camping gear and hunting equipment.
So we have
And it's a nice little town. Like
basically
people just seem to, lots of people say
mound
hi to each other and
gibling. What are they called?
When the ferryman has gone to get his drink,
yes.
is his boat unguarded?
Yes, the ferry is currently unguarded and tied up. Why?
No reason.
Is it going to turn out that we both support and rob small businesses?
Oh,
What's he gonna do?
Oh, you'll see eventually
Sorry?
at some point later. Not right now, though.
Okay. Would you like to explore Karas Keldwin?
I'm down for it if the party is.
I'm down.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. So
What would
it
you like
is
to go visit first?
27 to hit.
Hmm.
As you're wondering what you're doing, one of the citizens of the town walks up and says, "Oh, hello. You're new. When did you get here?"
Oh, just now from the ferry.
"Oh, you came across the river. Are you from Armenelos or somewhere else?"
Yeah, we're kind of from all around.
"Ah, travellers. Nice.
Mhm.
Well, feel free to stay as long as you like in Karas Keldwin. It's a nice
That
little
was my
town.
first attack.
Don't go wandering too far into the woods. There's
30. Yeah, 30.
at least not without a guide. Can be dangerous.
What's up with the woods? Ah. Like many woods are.
Well, yeah,
Good to know.
but there's a spider nest nearby. That
Ooh.
we try to keep it clear every so often, just because we don't want the spiders getting too close to the village. But there've been other weird creatures seen lately.
What size are the spiders?
36.
Sorry, what?
What size are the spiders? Spiders are a delicacy in my culture, so
Still
how
have
big are they?
left, don't I?
Well, do they
I'll
also
use another one.
do you also eat horses in your
And that's a
culture?
natural 20. So that's
Technically,
one
yes.
to hit then.
They're about the same size.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Fuck no, I did not.
You're getting delicacy. I'm getting spider mount.
Spider Mount. Spider Mount.
Yes, I got a natural 20. Yeah.
Hmm.
What are you thinking, Bloob?
What does Piercer give me?
How they would taste.
If you're only going to be staying for a short while, you can get yourself a bed at the tavern.
68 then?
If not, I'm sure we can help you set up with your own place.
16,
Lumber's fairly
It's,
cheap.
26,
mm,
30,
it's probably only going to be a short stay this time,
46,
Okay.
but you might come back.
51,
Well, I'll look forward to that.
69.
Nice to see
What's
you.
your name?
69.
My name? Oh, you can call me Lucan.
That's nice to meet you, Lucan. I'm Wick.
Wick? Like a candle?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different spelling, but pretty much, yeah.
You're a Kenku, aren't you?
Yep.
You speak very well for a Kenku. I knew one Kenku fella that could only say, book. Book. It got very tedious.
I can understand why him just saying, and I'm gonna mimic how he said book
Wow, that's impressive.
as the only word that you can say. It's a talent.
Well, hope to see you around again soon.
Yeah, catch you around.
All right. What do you do now?
Sounds like it'd be fun to attack the spiders.
Yeah, the woods seem like a good place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
Raquel's
place
first
you were
gonna look
specifically
for.
told not to go. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Raquel's having an internal debate on whether or not to try to go for the spiders anyway, because like spiders are a delicious delicacy. Like she hasn't had spider in a while. And also do check like is there any sign of any sort of temple, anything like that, or not?
Um,
Or is this not a big enough town
it's not
for
really a big enough
even like
town
an
for-
underground Serenita thing?
Well, there's-
Okay.
I think there's like a meeting hall, like an all gods temple.
A multi-faith meeting hall type thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Want to go check that out?
Yeah, I think she'll stop by there. Like pay her respects to whatever altar they may have to Serenita. If there isn't one, she's just gonna quick set one up herself.
Yeah. You go into the place and basically there's effigies and idols of all different deities scattered around the place. The so-called major deities are around the altar, but there's basically shelves lining the walls that have seems to have every god they could think of.
Okay.
If you want to have a look around, see if you can find Serenita.
Yeah, this would be important to her, so she's gonna look, so try to find that, or again, if she can't find it, she's just gonna make one herself.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Alright, perception is +3.
+3. Five. You don't see
Mm.
the winged goddess.
Okay, now she's salty about it, so if there is no room, she's about to make room by pushing some stuff to the side. She doesn't even care what other god.
How
She's
you-
just gonna move to the side.
How are you gonna make a effigy, a statuette to your goddess?
I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be a statuette to her. It just has to be at least something to represent Cyrenita. So she is going to. Actually, she's going to go right to where the main gods are and, like, use even some of her own feathers and, like, some twine to kind of, like, make.
Bloody hope so. I've got
You know how you could use, like,
size
popsicle
15.
sticks to make a person?
Oh, okay.
Like, with string and popsicle sticks? She's going to do that, but with feathers. To make a little feather person.
Okay, so you're gonna go.
And,
Are you gonna go out to the edge of the woods and collect some sticks and some mud and feathers and?
Yeah, but she's using her own feathers. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the rest of you would see Raquel flapping about, getting flustered, and running off to the edge of the woods to get some sticks. What would the rest of you be doing during this?
Wick is gonna head to the tavern.
Okay. Anyone going with him?
I'll go with.
Okay. Wick and Bloob head to the tavern. What about Scott?
And Wick is gonna ask. Oh, sorry.
Where's Scott going? Is Scott keeping an eye on Raquel, or is Scott going with Wick and Bloob? You're muted, by the way. Ravenboob.
Sorry, I was in the middle of something.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so, those two are going to the bar, and Raquel, for lack of a better words, being a nuisance. He's just gonna keep an eye on her.
Okay. In that case, Scott, as you are keeping an eye on Raquel, and she's obliviously picking up sticks and twigs and muttering to herself that they don't have a goddess in the temple, you see a strange figure lurking in the darkness of the trees. It seems to have a single eye, and it's looking at Raquel with interest.
Stop it.
Oh my god, it's a Goliath bird eating spider.
No. It looks more or less, at least in the dim light of the woods, it looks more or less humanoid, or at least the humanoid arrangement of limbs, an approximate size.
Does my passive perception get this at all?
Your passive perception of 13 does not, but Scott's passive perception of 17 did.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, she's just 100% off in her own world, getting these sticks and mud, like, angry to the point of almost crying. Because how dare they?
At the moment, it seems to be just watching.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the eye.
Keep an eye
I'm not
on
gonna
it.
make any.
Yeah.
I'm not making any sudden movements, though.
Cool.
I'm pretty much just sitting there with like my arms crossed, but one of my hands is like in my sleeve.
Okay. What are Wick and Bloob up to?
In the tavern, Wick is gonna ask the barkeep for the strongest drink they have in-house.
Are you sure?
What's the alcohol content?
It's probably easier to say how much of it isn't alcohol. which is nothing.
Hmm.
Think you can handle that?
I'll take 3.
If you insist. He pours 3 shots of a clear liquid from a nondescript bottle and says, "Tell you what, if you can knock back all 3, they're on the house."
Wick will take all 3 of them in his grasp and just...
Make 3 Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay. How do I do 3 at once? Again.
Exclamation RR. Space 3.
So double R.
Mhm.
Okay. Space 3 and then the roll, yeah.
And then space D20 plus whatever your con modifier is. You
1,
immediately
2, 3.
you pass out. Your body goes into toxic shock. Well done.
I take all 3 of them, say, good shit, fall over.
What does Blue do?
Going to try to wake him up. Slap, slap.
Okay, roll the hit.
I warn you, I have a pretty low armor class.
Yep.
Yep, that hits.
How much damage did you do? You just slap it
0.
in, so it would be... Yeah, you do actually do 0 damage. You just slap him wetly.
His unarmed strikes are the strongest in the world.
Okay. Should give him some inspiration for those rolls. Okay. So, yeah. Bloob is trying to shake an unconscious Wick awake. That's not going to do it, mate. He's out cold unless you know some way to get that stuff out of his system.
I think I do, but the question is, should I
What are you thinking?
go down his, send one of my tentacles down his throat and absorb it?
You're going to absorb the contents of his stomach.
I could. Question is, should I?
That's, up to you.
I don't think it's a good idea. but it was the first idea that came to mind.
Okay. So you're not going to try that?
No.
So what are you going to do? Yeah, that's creativity too. That was funny.
That is a very good question.
You know, I just happen to have a potion that will cure pretty much any poison we got.
He can suffer.
All right.
As me and my dragon pet try to lift him back onto his seat.
Okay, so you just drag him to a chair and let him slump in it. And okay. In the meantime, Raquel, you've picked up some sticks and some strips of bark, and you're making a little feathered stick figure. Yes.
That she is.
Okay. Do you think that this simple little figure is worthy?
She knows that it's not the best, but it's the best that she can do right now under the circumstances, which is still better than nothing.
Okay. So you go in. You go back into the temple with your little stick figure. We'll try to find a good place to put it. Make another perception check.
Alright. Visuals plus the event. 12.
Okay. And now, when you look on the altar, you see that there is, in fact, let's find a fun one. A statuette of a winged goddess.
Okay, yeah, she's just gonna put away the one that she made and be utterly delighted, to find that there actually was one there. Could you double check that this is actually Serenita? Because there's a couple goddesses with wings.
Yeah. The one that you see
I have a vision too, actually.
looks like that.
Mm.
Does she consider that a good enough representation of Serenita?
No, since I mean, Serenita is a female Aarakocra. Like, where's her beak? Where's the talons?
Okay. So do you want to look around, see if you can find one that's actually bird-like?
Yeah, she's gonna give it one more look around to see, like, okay, she thought that she was wrong for a quick moment. Like, there's a lot of things going on here, so
Yeah, there's a lot
One
of little
more.
statues. Some of them are really
one more
strange.
perception check. 19.
19. Yeah. You found her. Do you already happen to have a picture of the goddess that you like?
No, I didn't go that far to actually find one. I just know what the description is.
What's the description?
Just that she's supposed to be like a female Aarakocra with silver skin and like pink gold feathers.
With silver skin and pink gold feathers. Let's see what the image creator finds. Or makes, rather.
Sorry.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Sorry, what did you say, Max? Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yes.
Nice. So yes, you find a small effigy that of your deity.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with the stick figure? Your stick idol.
Like, now that she's found that there is a statue there, like, she is now embarrassed by her own work. So she's just gonna hide that away. Like, she will
You do.
leave,
You're better with the stuff.
some of the incense that she has, like, she's gonna light that, and leave one of her feathers and a gold piece as a token to the goddess.
Nice. Scott, you'd have witnessed all of this.
Yeah, Scott doesn't really have anything to say about it. What about the eye thing?
It's stayed in the woods. It's not following you into the... It didn't follow you back into the village. It stayed where it was.
Alright, so it didn't move as we left?
No. If you want to try and see if you can remember what it is, see if you... Yeah, if you have any... If you've heard of these creatures before, you can make a history check.
I prop her up. Mm-hmm.
Or you can ask people in the town about them if you want. Nine. Yeah, you have no idea.
What was the name of the person we met earlier?
Locum.
Yeah, Locum. I'm gonna see if I can find Locum. Locum.
Alright. Where are you gonna go looking for?
Yeah, where we last saw him.
Alright, so you're gonna stand in the middle of the town centre and just look around? Are you going to have Raquel come out with you, or?
Oh, Raquel is finally out of being in her own little world, so she's like, oh shoot, I should probably find everyone else, and like immediately sees Scott there and is gonna be like, ah, person I know, and just follow like the whole lost puppy thing and be like, okay, where are we going?
Okay. Does Scott tell Raquel what he saw, or what he's trying to find out about?
He thinks about it and he's like, you know what? On second thought, it might be a good idea to find the other two.
Okay.
Don't know what kind of trouble they're getting into.
Okay. So, Bloob, what are you doing while you're waiting for Wick to come too? Bloob?
Oh, my mic's muted.
What are you doing? While
Just
go.
just chatting with the barkeep or anyone nearby
Okay.
about things going on in town or how life's been. How are the kids?
Oh, it's a nice town. You'll love it here. It's so good to have new people, new faces. Are you staying here long?
I'm not too sure yet. I know I have a house a little bit away from here, but
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Which town?
It's actually in the countryside.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little farm.
Oh. But a farm? In the country? Not
Yeah.
far from here?
Yeah.
You didn't notice any rats or anything, did you?
Yeah, I have noticed them. I'm taking care of them.
Oh, good, good. Yeah. Excellent.
Gotta take care of them before I can start the plants and distribute the
Yeah, absolutely.
profit.
If they're still there, then yeah, they'd probably eat all your crops, and that would be no good.
Yeah.
Exterminate the little buggers. Anyway, he's having this conversation with the townsfolk, and who are all very interested in his strange blue liquid face. When Scott and Raquel walk in and see Wick passed out on the on the bench next to him, and him surrounded by pretty much everybody in the tavern, all asking him questions.
Okay, so he is poisoned, right?
You mean Wick? Yeah, Wick's poisoned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well,
we've got
Raquel's gonna be
Evans
like,
and Ruckus, is it?
oh no, and then, she's just gonna go ahead and cast a, lesser restoration to get rid of the poisoning,
Yay!
and just
Yay.
say, may Tyrannia's grace heal you.
Actually, I'm on 91.
As
Yeah.
I'm assuming
continue.
by doing that, as Wick comes to, he's going to realize that there is no buzz of alcohol left,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Who took it out of my system? I wanted that."
Heavens.
And then he points to the barkeep and said, "I necked all three. They were on the house."
You want more?
I'll take 3 more.
All right. Come get them.
How much are these? How much are these ones? Because I can't just keep taking them on the house.
Same as before. If you can knock back all of them, and keep them all down, and not pass out this time, they're on the house.
And how much if I do pass out?
I'll tell you. I'll tell your friends, rather, how much you owe me. If you...
Alright. Wick is just gonna take those odds and do it anyway.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of them was a 14. That's not so bad.
Yeah,
It's not
but
as
you
bad
asked
as it
for
was
the
before.
strongest drink in the place. It's that's not enough. Especially since
I know.
you're drinking 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Down you go.
Yep, he definitely needs Jesus.
So he knocks back all 3 shots, one after the other, and crumples on the floor again. The other patrons in the tavern burst out laughing. A man who only finds strength through drinking.
That's a barbarian. What you talking about? Or are you talking about my dad?
Oh no.
I'll say it sounds more like an alcoholic, if anything.
So anyway, what do you do now? The Wick's on the floor again.
Scott's gonna pull up a seat and ask for an ale.
Ask for a what?
An ale.
An ale. Ah, sensible man. Here you go. And he pours you an ale. 2 copper.
He's just gonna Go and reach into his pocket, pull out the gold, like, just keep them coming.
Very nice. What can I get for your friends? Apart from the one who's sleeping.
Where did you send it?
Raquel's gonna
maybe you
be that
guys
one
want a
person
drink?
who just. Oh, Raquel's gonna be the kind of person who just wants
Oh.
water even at a bar, for she's meant to live a simple life.
Water. You sure?
Yes.
Okay. And he puts a tankard of cloudy, slightly brown tinged water.
Okay, Raquel's gonna take the tankard and throw it on Wick. You
I'm assuming
what?
the contents of, right?
Yes.
No, she's throwing the tankard.
Just smack him with the whole tank.
Yeah, she just upends it over him and just
Splash.
puts it back on the bar and says, "Another."
The landlord laughs, fills it up again happily.
Same thing. The cycle's gonna repeat until Wick wakes up, or they run out of water somehow.
They're not
How
gonna run
much
out of
is it
water.
for one of those that he drank?
For the paint stripper, you
Back
mean?
rooms.
Yes.
I'm not gonna charge you for drinking paint stripper. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
No, I'm asking because he owes you money.
That's all right if you insist.
Oh, for fuck's sake, is it Yarrick?
Let's see, what would it actually?
It's fucking Yarrick, isn't it? Yeah, so that confirms it then.
Yeah. A couple of silver should cover it, I think. If you insist. I mean, really, it's the same stuff we use for peeling the varnish off the boats when we need to put in a fresh coat on. It's not expensive.
Okay. I thought he couldn't handle his alcohol.
No, he literally asked for pure alcohol, so we gave it to him. He's an idiot. You can't drink that stuff. Like I said, we use it for taking varnish off the boats.
Yeah.
He's gonna go blind if he keeps drinking the stuff.
I don't
No,
think
so it was
he would
methanol the
notice.
whole time.
Gee.
So it was methanol the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm. Mm.
I'll probably maybe actually not put him in the back rooms then. If
I do
recognize
have
him and take him back upstairs.
Something that will clear him right up. That stuff's
Get me out of
expensive though.
hospital.
That's 50 gold.
Like I said earlier, let him suffer.
Fair.
Shut up!
No,
Thank you.
I will not. Anyway, now, Miss, do you really want fresh water? Like pure water to drink, stuff that's not going to give you something living inside you?
I'll bring him.
I mean, Raquel really only needs the water to just continue dumping it on Wick until something happens or she gets bored. So the quality doesn't really matter here. If anything, she's almost more satisfied at the low quality of the water because she's very upset about this wasted spell.
You're going to give him a parasite.
Okay, fine. She's finally gonna stop and just take a normal parasite-free water, preferably in a new tankard, so that it doesn't also have parasite residue.
Well, do you want holy
That's not the
water
way this
then?
works.
It's purified stuff.
I mean, if she wants holy water, she has holy water. She's cleric. So just, like, distilled water or potable water. Technically, the term would be potable water.
Because he needs to get seen.
All right. And he puts an ale on the counter.
Sorry?
Just like the 1800s.
I'll just say that I say it to them, because I'm not good
She
at
just
talking.
passes it to a companion.
Well, I realize that most of the rest of the town have already asked your translucent friend this, but you're all new to town, right?
Pretty much.
Correct.
Just passing through, or are you here for a reason?
Not sure yet.
Well, Raquel, like, she'll say that she's here to spread word of the welcoming wings of Cyrenita wherever she goes.
Oh, okay. Some of us were wondering if you were here about Alsgarad.
Ask her who?
Alsgarad. The wizard?
I can say the utmost honesty, I never heard of him.
Oh, okay. Just a bit of a legend around here. He's, they say, like, I never met him in my lifetime, but apparently he had a tower out in the woods and
Okay.
had a few of the local elves studying under him. He used to be at the big academy at the capital, but for some reason he was out here with a small contingent of wizard apprentices studying something out on his own, and he would send his apprentices into town to buy supplies and would sometimes come in himself, and then about, I don't know, maybe 30 years ago now, he just stopped. Nobody knows why.
30 years ago, huh?
I remember taking out a tower, but I don't think it was a wizard's tower.
Out to the
Well, I'm
west.
pretty sure you'd know if you took out a wizard's tower.
I mean, there were monsters there, but
People have been talking about monsters, but, you know, there's boogeyman stories, right? There's no way he turned all of his wizards into monsters.
I wouldn't be surprised with those abominations.
So you have
So,
been to a tower and saw some monsters there?
Yeah, it was a ruined tower.
Whereabouts?
Let me check the map.
It was west of Nixie, north of Lysaea.
West of Nixie.
Oh, no, this one's in the Tava Forest.
Haver Forest. Isn't that where all those so-called giant spiders are?
Yeah. So, yeah, we've been keeping the spiders back. They've been infesting the place for years, but yeah, we can't really get through the woods enough to investigate. Do you think the spiders got
So
him?
besides-
He was a powerful wizard, or at least that's the stories. Don't think spiders would have finished him off.
I don't know about spiders, but what about creatures with, I don't know, one eye? That are observant bastards.
Have you been talking to the local kids?
Makeshift mortuary then.
So it's a rumor going around then, I guess.
Yeah, the people still tell each other ghost stories, but yeah, they're just that's nobody's actually seen one of those things.
I have a question.
Well, I guess you're technically right, seeing as all I saw was an eye.
Could I
Could have been anything.
You saw an eye.
Yeah. For all I know, it's just an elf playing tricks on us.
Well, suppose it could be somebody wearing a big. It was a big eye, right? Like the size of a dinner plate, taking up most of the face.
I mean, it seemed pretty big.
Weird. And probably is some youth playing a trick, like with some hokey costume on or something to just scare people. I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're just stories.
Yeah. But I mean, you being a bartender, you should know what they say about stories and rumors. There's always a hint of truth to them.
You think? I mean, it's really only
Well,
something that the drunks and the kids talk about. But you really think there might be some truth to it?
I'm not exactly sure what I saw. I can tell you right now, I'm 95% sober.
95% what?
Sober.
Sober. Aha. Alright. Well. Well, they haven't done us any harm. It's the very fact that they haven't. Yeah. If they're real, they haven't really done much. So. But, funnily enough, last time I heard somebody who was convinced they were real was also from a group of adventurers passing through town.
Hmm.
They left the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They left the next day and went on their way, I'm assuming, because we didn't see them again.
You wouldn't happen to know what these group of adventurers look like, do you?
There was a big burly dude who was bald and was carrying an axe. There was a slim little girl with horns. Little guy with strange goggles. Adventurous. There was a cat person in a robe and I think she was their healer. But yeah. Why? Think you know him? Are you looking?
I doubt it. Not really looking for someone, just something.
What are you looking for?
That's the strange thing. I was told I'd know it when I see it.
Well, that's mysterious. Did they at least tell you where to look?
Just the other side. Honestly, I'm glad I'm away from the bastard. His talks and riddles got on my nerves.
The other side? What on earth could that mean? You hear somebody in the corner of the tavern spit out their drink, and hurriedly start collecting their stuff. Are you going to stop them before they run out of the tavern?
Yeah. So, hey, buddy, what's your hurry?
I got to see a man about a cart. Bye!
Can I attempt to grab him?
Yeah, sure. Strength check?
Strength or athletics?
Athletics. Why is your athletics higher than your strength?
Expertise.
Yep.
But you don't have a little...
No, proficiency. That one.
That's it.
You don't have...
That's the one.
You haven't highlighted as proficient.
Oh, I don't?
No. So it should
Yeah,
be...
because I have expertise or proficiency with that. Proficiency or expert...
On your character sheet, it says you've got proficiency with acrobatics, deception, nature, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth, and survival. And that's a lot. That's a lot to be proficient.
Yeah, I get nature survival with my scout background. That gives me proficiency and expertise with those two.
So
but perception and stealth, I have expertise because of my rogue background. I get deception and persuasion from my charlatan background, and then performance, acrobatics, sleight of hand, and athletics should be from my rogue. I did that.
All right. Well, anyway, it's not a big deal doing a +1 instead of a -1.
I mean, either way, it's probably gonna suck.
5.
See.
Yeah, he gets away. He wriggles out. He keeps running. What do you do?
I'm going to pursue him.
How about the rest of you?
I'm going to send Glob after him.
Wick is still unconscious.
Yes.
So Wick cannot do anything in this scenario.
It's your own fault. And
Yep.
What about?
I regret nothing.
What about Raquel?
Yeah, Raquel is just kind of seeing this happening, but she doesn't know why Scott's chasing them, so she's just kind of like, oh, okay, maybe it's like an old friend or something. And I'm just going to stay at the bar with Bloob. While every once in a while still pouring water on Wick.
Stay at the bar
because she's still very upset.
Okay.
I sent Glob, just not Bloob, but Glob.
You sent your dragon, yes.
Yep.
Your Drake. Okay. Scott, you're chasing this young elf through the streets, through the square. What you gonna do to stop him?
I'm gonna double dash and try to get ahead of him.
Whoa! You're fast.
Yeah. So, what's the rush, buddy?
Like I said, I've got to see a guy about a chicken. I gotta go.
A chicken? I could have sworn you mentioned a cart earlier.
Oh yeah, that was it. A cart. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I can't be late. See ya.
I mean, I'm sure he won't mind if you're, a little late.
Look, just leave me alone, okay? I don't know anything.
Really? Are you sure about that? He's just going to pull out a piece of gold and start twirling it.
A pizza?
Piece of gold.
A piece of gold.
Twirling a pizza.
Look, oh, why are you doing that? What's with the fiddling with a coin? Is that supposed to mean something?
Look, if you genuinely don't know nothing, I'll be on my way. But if you have some information, I wouldn't mind paying for it.
What kind of information?
So the barkeeper said there's a rumor going around about some strange creature that the drunks and the kids seem to see. And judging from your appearance, you don't exactly qualify as a kid. And, you're at the bar, so just maybe you might have know what I'm talking about.
No. I didn't see anything.
Insight?
No need. Like he's clearly hiding something. He clearly doesn't want to talk about it either, though.
So you didn't see anything? You didn't see no strange creature, no massive eye, no something that's going to come and get you in your sleep because you're lying to me?
No, they don't do that. They don't come get you in your sleep.
They don't? But you said you don't know anything about them. So what makes you think they don't?
Because as I bring them stuff, okay? They get curious and they come through the woods and I just give them stuff. Like books, usually. Or trinkets that either are simple magic items or just look magical, and they like the shiny magical stuff. They seem to think it'll fix them.
What do you mean fix them?
So I heard the bartender talking to you guys about Asgard, right?
Correct.
Timmy, no. What? I know I shouldn't, but he's asking. What can I do? Don't tell him anything. I'm sorry, stranger. He gets confused. It's just a silly story. Don't listen to him. Come along, Timmy. Sorry, mister.
Oh no, it's completely fine. I'm sorry. I take your story a little too seriously.
What?
He's gonna just bow.
You're gonna let him. You're gonna let it go.
He's got enough information to go off of.
Okay. So what are you going to tell the rest of the party?
Alright, so when I get to the bar, I assume Wick is still knocked out.
Yeah, and there's a Drake, there's a Drake following you around.
So barkeep, are there any nearest inn or maybe a room we can rent for the night?
Of course you can rent a room. Yeah, we got plenty. You want a room each, or do you want to all pile into one?
We'll do. What do you guys think?
I mean,
Ask
Raquel
him his
doesn't
prices first,
need a
please.
bed because she sleeps standing up and just tucks her head under her wing, so...
I don't need a bed.
The only
Just a
ones that would
room.
really hypothetically want beds are you and Wick.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in that case, we only need one bed.
Very well.
So,
Scott and Wick just gonna cuddle all night.
Top and tail.
now Scott does that thing where he just sleeps on the side, like just slumped over. More comfortable for him than being on a bed. He doesn't like being like laid out because he feels not as alert.
So Wick's going to be the only one in the bed, huh?
Yep. Well, I mean, it's mostly just because he's knocked out, so we need him to be in a bed and not just on the floor drowning at this point.
It's two.
Not that he can drown, but still, throwing water on him's not helping.
To a different plane.
Yeah, 2 silver a night. Do you want to pay for that now or in the morning?
Who hurt you, Lou?
I'll just go ahead and cover it now.
Well, thank you very much. Want help getting the drunkie upstairs?
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Wick small sized?
Wick is small, yep.
Raquel's not carrying him again.
Yeah, he's small, but none of you are strong.
I mean, the guy is strong.
Wick is the strong
He's
one.
also small.
Wick is the
Wick
strong
is
one.
somehow the strongest person in the party.
Yes. Suppose you could have your
Yeah, sure. Well,
Drake. Drag him upstairs.
Yeah. Could have my kid do it.
Alright.
I think it's our only option.
The bartender offered to help.
yeah, I was about to say he did offer. I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, Raquel's just gonna ask if he could have just, I don't know, maybe a pair of like his strongest customers, or if he can help, just someone who's not built for carrying.
Yeah, we can get a couple of lads to take him up for you. No worries.
Thank you so much. Blessings of Cyrenita upon you.
Ugh. No need for that. And, yeah. They take you... Yeah, you get taken up the... They take Wick up the stairs, and the rest of you follow. They dump Wick on the bed. Pleasant dreams!
Is there a blanket on the bed?
Yeah.
I will put the blanket over Wick.
What are you rolling there, Wick?
Wick does not fall off the bed.
No, you don't.
I just imagine you just throw Wick on the bed, and for some reason he just bounces off his wall.
It's not that bouncy. It's a straw mattress. It's not going to be particularly bouncy. Hope you're not allergic.
Straw, you say? Perfect nesting material.
True. All right. So you've got.
Oh yeah, once we're all together, I'll just explain.
Go on.
Oh no, you go first.
Well, that's what I was trying to get you to. Like, now that you're all up there in the room together, what do you do? And you already started saying it, so keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say I explained everything I've learned up to this point about these weird creatures I've spotted since me and Raquel went looking for twigs, or well, she went looking for twigs.
Raquel, how do you feel learning that you were being watched by some strange creature with a single giant eye in its face?
Well, I mean, part of her identifies with the fact that they also like shiny things per the story, but also she's like, what the heck is happening? And another part of it's her like, maybe I can convert them.
Scott, did you have you drawn any conclusions from this story yourself that you'd like to, or any theories at least about what these things are?
I mean, I have a couple of hunches, but only because it's the fact that they seem to be drawn to like magical-esque items seems a little odd.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be simple creatures if they're that. If they could know the difference between a magical item and just a shiny rock. And then there's this whole turn back to normal thing. Not exactly sure what that implies.
I have a slight idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's whether this used Skyrim's Magic Academy quest lines for this idea.
What are you referring to?
Wizard left the college, so in this case the academy, and took a bunch of students with him out and did sketchy experiments, causing in the death of the students. In this case, the students being turned into something else, which are the creatures we've heard about.
Okay. So you think those students have been transformed into these one-eyed monsters?
Yes.
It's a good theory.
Or maybe they just created them. Maybe they're like messed up simulacras or something.
Maybe.
Scott doesn't really have much magical knowledge when it comes to that kind of thing. He's not really sure what exactly creatures could be.
Fair. And none of you have got great arcana. Maybe you need to talk to Timmy again. Or Locum, or the bartender, or somebody.
I have out of game knowledge of what I think it could be, but Blue would have no clue what they are.
What do you think it is out of game?
Nultic?
A Nothic. Yes, it's a Nothic. That's right.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that's what that was.
I've dealt with them in a different campaign, and they're a pain in the damn ass.
They're somewhat annoying.
Fell in love with my character I was playing. They were annoying.
They fell. What? Why?
Because they were a holder of tons of magical items. They were cursed, which caught their attention.
Did they think you could change them back?
Yes. And he offered his body, his soul, to change him back.
Wow.
Took me a few months to try to get away from him.
Why don't you just kill it?
Couldn't.
You couldn't kill it.
Every time we were about to kill it, it disappeared and came back later.
Oh, that's annoying.
Hold person and fireball.
Yeah.
Passed its save. We tried that already.
Did the DM roll behind a screen?
No.
Okay.
Doing
Oh, you
bad
just had
stuff.
bad luck.
We had bad luck.
Okay.
Tie it to a rock and throw it in the water. It's a witch.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so...
What do you want to do, guys?
I personally wanted to kill something.
You want to kill something?
I mean...
Yeah.
Well, the
We
spiders.
go kill some spiders.
Go kill some spiders, or try and track down the Nothics, or go fishing.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That goes. Yep.
That was,
You might need to wake up.
Wick is still unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it might be a good idea to wait for Wick to be conscious for real fighting anything.
Until the poison wears off.
I do technically have another lesser restoration that I could do.
Don't use
Yeah,
it.
but then you're going to be low on spell slots if you actually fight something.
Right, true.
For all we know, Wick might just be out for the entirety of a long rest.
if you want to just hang out until it's time to long rest again, discuss plans.
Yeah.
Go drinking. Read a book. Practice something.
Lube is going to be working out.
You're gonna try and get swole.
He's going to try
Just
to
go
get
jump in the
swole.
river.
No, that's chubby. There's a difference.
Luke does CrossFit now. Alright, Raquel's just gonna be praying and keeping an eye on Wick to make sure he doesn't choke on his own vomit.
Fair. Keep him on his side.
Yep, on his side, airways clear.
Watch the way his feathers rise and fall on his chest as he sleeps. Admire the sheen of colour in his black feathers. Feel your heart.
Are you trying to ship them?
Yes, he
I'm
is.
teasing. I'm totally teasing that you'd be
Uh-huh.
watching him.
Oh, of
riding-
course the two birds should be together.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's so cute.
Birds of a
Artist.
feather flock
Birds-
together is what they say.
There's something about
Alright,
that.
well,
Anyway.
while that's going on, I guess Scott's going to go back down to the bar, see if he can scrounge up some more information.
Alright.
Less about these creatures and more about the spiders that's been infesting the forest.
Okay, so you're just going to sit down at a table and say, hey, tell me about the spiders.
Well, no, he's going to sit at the bar counter and tell the bartender, tell me about the spiders.
Well, there's a big old nest of spiders. They can't be a problem if they come into town, so we try to make sure they don't. We send people into the woods to control the population. In fact, that lad that ran out of here earlier, he's been out a few times to keep the spiders down. Yeah, Jimmy's probably one of our... Timmy. Sorry. I get those two mixed up. Timmy's one of our best spider hunters. He always comes back, for one.
Of course he's one of your best.
You seem like you know something. What are you not telling me?
Oh, no, I don't know anything. That's what I'm trying to learn.
Oh, yeah?
Deception.
No, I'm not lying. I am trying to learn. That's why I'm asking these stupid questions. Because technically, I don't know enough. I think we technically discussed that out of the game, not in game.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I know, there's some strange creature funking around. And spiders. But we already established that they just think it's a rumor.
The nothings, yeah. Like I said, the spiders don't cause much harm. They also keep down the other pests, which is nice.
other pests.
Well, you know, you get a flying creature or two. They get caught in the web. The spiders eat them.
Okay.
You know. Don't get a lot of birds around here.
Have you fucking Isn't it you, the bloody Draxus screen?
He's going to kind of like just glance in the direction of his room, thinking birds. You know, have you ever thought of, I don't know, trying to cordon off the area that these spiders seem to be the most populated at?
Have you tried to contain
Go
spiders?
get your friends and what?
But you haven't. I mean, we can tell people not to go in that area, but the spiders aren't going to stay in it.
You're just ripping everything we love, aren't you?
I mean, I don't know. Spiders are technically beasts. Beasts being creatures of habit. If they find a route is blocked off enough, they'll simply avoid it. So if you do that surrounding them, eventually they'll realize not to waste their time going that way. But then again, that might be over or underestimating the intelligence of a spider.
And it's not a matter of intelligence, they can climb. So if you put a fence up, they'll just climb over it. You'd have to put a fence all the way up to the sky and then make sure it's got a roof as well. And even then, unless it's made of like glass or something, the little spiderlings are going to crawl through.
Who's closest?
You know what? Out of curiosity, do you know where I can find Timmy?
Yeah, he's probably at his mom's house. It's usually where he is, where he's not, when he's not here or in the woods.
And where exactly?
He sketches out a little diagram of the town, showing you where.
Is that? Remember, I'm not exactly from around here, so I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. Couple of streets back from the Katia.
Alright. I guess I'll be back.
All right. Be nice.
Also, if my friend comes down looking for another drink, just don't give it to him.
Of course. All right. Anybody doing anything else in particular, or are you continuing with your exercising and watching the unconscious and being unconscious?
Yeah, things are a bit fucky at the moment.
I will assume continuing to be unconscious and stuff. So anyway,
Oh, yeah, sorry, my mic was muted.
Mm-hmm. What were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Also, I just realized this is the second game where Wicked spent most of it unconscious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm actually a little curious about something when he comes back. As he said he'd be right back. Not sure what RQ means, but I think
Real quick.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, BRQ means be right back real quick.
Okay. Cool.
But
And-
doesn't BRB pretty much say the same thing, though?
Yeah, be right back means that you, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Young kids in your goddamn lingo.
Redundant lingo. So anyway, you head off to Timmy's house. You get several villagers waving at you and saying, "Good to see a new face." as you walk through town.
And being the polite person, I'll wave back.
Mm-hmm. There's and then you head over to Timmy's house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you knock. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And a wood elf woman opens the door a crack. Oh, hello. You're one of the new visitors, aren't you? You were talking to Timmy earlier.
Yes. So me and my friends are a little curious about the spider problem you guys have been having, and I was told Timmy seems to be doing quite well against them.
Oh, yeah.
So I came to ask him about a couple pointers.
You're only asking him about the spiders?
Yeah.
You swear?
Of course, not really worried about things that I really have no control over anymore. I.e., a fairy tale is just a fairy tale.
That's right. It's just a story. It's not real.
I knock.
Okay. Timmy, your friend from the bar's here. Which one? New guy.
Can I open the door then?
New guy? What you? Oh, it's you. Well, I don't. I
okay.
can't talk about anything with you anymore.
Oh
okay.
no, we're past that. I'm more curious about the spiders.
Go grab
See,
you.
me and my friends got this rather stupid idea to go kill some, and we hear you're the best at doing that.
Oh, yeah. Just stay away from them. Use a bow and arrow. If you end up caught in the webbing, have some way of burning through them, and you'll be free in no time.
There's just one thing I kind of wanted to know. I was hoping you might know. Where exactly do they seem to be the most dense? Like, where would you happen to stumble across a lot of them? So we can avoid that mistake.
Okay, yeah. The between here and the lake, there's quite a thick nest of them. You won't miss it because the trees are literally covered in webbing. If you see more than like I said, you can't miss it. Just stay out of the white stuff. You'll be fine. And if you do find yourself surrounded, because they will try and get behind you if they think you look like delicious prey. Like I said, just burn your way out.
I relay information.
So bring torches, tinderbox. If you happen to know the firebolt cantrip, that's a good way to get out. Yeah, they don't like the fire. I don't think anything likes fire.
Well, you'll be surprised.
Oh?
I thought
You're not gonna elaborate on that?
I
Okay.
was saying that I gave Felicity.
Oh, sorry, wait, what'd you say?
You said that I'd be surprised about some things liking fire, and then you didn't explain.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that part because it got all gargled.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you'd be surprised. Happen to be a couple creatures that seem to breathe fire, so I assume they like it very much.
Dragons?
They're not quite dragons. I believe someone once called them wyverns or drakes. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not exactly up to snuff on a lot of creatures. I really should fix that.
Maybe. there's a bookshop in town. Maybe you can learn some stuff there. Maybe. That's how I got into like learning about monsters and stuff. And, yeah.
Would you recommend anything in particular?
Well, there's the you know the Big Book of Monsters. That's got some good illustrations in it. It doesn't have like, I mean, it's written for kids, so it doesn't have some of the more gruesome details in there, which I really think they should, because like, if you're going to be teaching kids about monsters, you need to actually teach them all the dangers as well as the cute stuff. But I can also see why they wouldn't want to scare them. But anyway, yeah. I do have some other books that Timmy, shush.
Hmm?
It's just books, Mum. Yes, but just careful. Yes, Mum. Alright, I can't tell you where I got them from, but I got some other books that maybe I'll let you look at. That might tell you a bit more about all kinds of stuff. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Alright. Wait here. And he goes off and leaving you alone with his mother, who just scowls at you. You're gonna lead him down a dark path. We've been trying very hard to keep him from doing anything stupid. This isn't good. No good will come of this.
Don't worry, ma'am. If everything works out, we'll be the only ones doing something stupid.
That's what the last group said.
You knew the last group.
Sorry, what?
I said, you knew the last group.
There's a few adventurers come through town every now and then, following the rumors, trying to find out what happened. But they're fools. None of them ever come back. I don't want my Timmy getting lost. Okay, here they are. This is my favorite. And he hands you a leather-bound
It's alright.
journal that has like pages sticking out of it, and it's clearly had other like more pasted into it from time to time. It's
Get the fuck
one of
out
them
my
kept
box,
extensive
my
notes,
thoughts.
and yeah. You wanna read it?
Yeah, I'll attempt to read it.
Yeah, attempt is right. You might not understand all of the notes that are in there. There's like at least 2 or 3 different languages, I think. I only got like half of it, but the diagrams are fascinating. And yeah, it's looking through it. It looks to be like some sort of student
You
of
fucking
magic's
killed them.
journal notes on various creatures and monstrosities created through magic. But yeah, a lot of it is in. A lot of the illustrations don't make sense at all and don't seem anything to do with creatures, particularly later on in the journal. And wording becomes less and less legible. And even with your... Yeah, it's not any language that you recognize. Even though you know Elvish. What do you do?
That's fascinating. So one more question. The person who gave this to you, can you tell me what they look like?
I think... Yeah, I think we've talked enough. I can't really go into where I got the book from, because it doesn't exist. Yeah? Like, you didn't see this, right? His mother's just shaking her head. No good will come of this.
He's going to close it. You're right. I didn't see anything.
Be sure to remember that, says his mother. All right. You got your answers. You asked him about the spiders. That's what you came for. Nothing else.
Of course. Though now that means I have to stock up with some torches if we're actually going to be dumb enough to go out there.
Go to there's a supply shop in town. All kinds of hunting and camping and fishing gear.
You wouldn't happen to know where I can buy, like, regular supplies, too? You know, like clothes and thread, maybe some paper and ink.
Oh yeah, the general store will have all of that. Yeah. I would have thought most towns had places like that.
Well, I think it's odd I have to keep saying this. I'm not from around here, so obviously it'll be hard to find a store where I have no idea where I'm looking for.
Okay, we'll go to the town square, look around. You can't miss them. All the shops are there, around the square.
Alright. I appreciate your time. He's going to give a little bow. And I really do thank you for your knowledge on these creepy crawlies.
You're welcome, says Timmy. You close the door. And you hear the mother scream, Timoleus H. Johnson! I'm gonna give you such an hiding! Anyway. In the meantime, Wick, you becoming somewhat aware of your surroundings.
So
I'm
I
feeling
have
kind of floaty.
woken up.
Kinda. You're
Still drunk.
You're still feeling very inebriated. You can't really... You probably could open your eyes if you wanted to, but you don't... You're not sure if you feel like it. And probably just stay floating here, wherever you are.
Wick's gonna open his eyes.
Okay.
Slowly.
Raquel, you see Wick open his eyes.
I was just gonna be like, good, you're finally awake.
Wick's just gonna be like, am I? I don't remember waking up.
Well, you woke up at least once when I used Lesser Restoration, and it seems with a combination of time and water, you've woken up again.
No, it's ours.
You feel something tickle at the back of your
You
nose.
just decided to come and kill people, so you could just take it by force.
Wick is gonna sneeze.
A very small worm goes flying across the room.
You saw that meme too, then, yeah? Could say the same about you.
Was that breakfast?
Yes, presumably. Would you like it?
I could
Maybe it's
go for
good.
another.
You can try and get out of bed.
Yeah, Wick is gonna try and stand up.
I want you to make a wisdom save.
A what save, sorry?
Wisdom.
Okay.
Wonder what Jeff would say.
Was my wisdom save. Okay. Flat D20. 17.
Okay, you're feeling very unsteady on your feet as you try to get up. Like the room is spinning. It's probably not the best idea to try and stand.
Wick's gonna stand anyway because he's stubborn.
Or maybe your intentions are the wrong.
And you fall onto the floor.
He falls onto the floor, rolls over, and just goes, woo!
Like Raquel
Standing.
did that one thing where like you see the person falling, but you know you can't get there in time, so you kind of like reach forward, but it's like a little half jerk movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
That's
okay, you're
too
already
late.
on the ground.
Yeah. Bloob, how do you feel about all of this? Are you still just doing push-ups in the corner? Or
Yep.
pointless
Just doing a
'cause
push-up.
You have no muscles. You're just going bloop, bloop, bloop.
Well, he's not actually doing push-ups. He's jiggling in the corner.
Yeah, you're just being a jello.
He's like, I'm too weak. I'm too weak. I'm too weak. God damn it! Why are you not getting anywhere?
Alright.
But isn't that
You see,
Dad's
Wick-
domain, not yours?
Collapse, what do you do? You doing
Glob, help him up.
You start getting nudged by the Drake.
Wick will pat the Drake like one would pat a dog.
Mm-hmm. It licks
From
your,
face down on the floor.
it licks your ear.
If the word God.
Now bear in mind that you have a beak
word
on your
God
face, so
doesn't
you know,
mean
face
anything,
down
why are you trying so hard?
would probably be, you know, if
The beak has impaled the floor.
word God
No.
and it means so little.
You have,
to
would have to be
this. Why
sideways.
are you trying so hard to be one?
Anyway, so yeah, the Drake would be like licking, you know, part of your beak, your eye, and yeah. Anyway,
With that, Wick is gonna try and stand again.
you're gonna try and do it alone.
Yes.
Yeah, Raquel will see him struggling and help, like with the whole okay,
Make
up
an,
you go.
make an athletics check with advantage because you're being helped.
Athletics, you say? Okay.
Normally, of course, you wouldn't need to make an athletics check just to stand, but all right, you actually managed to get
17.
up and stay on your own 2 feet. Still feeling a bit wobbly.
Wick's just gonna say, thank you, Raquel. Now I'm gonna go get 3 more shots of that stuff.
Don't you dare. Like she's actually
I'm
going to
just-
hold
I'm
on
just
to him,
messing you.
stare into his
I'm
face.
just messing with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get 6. And he's gonna attempt to run off and probably immediately fall.
Yeah, no, either way Raquel is faster. She dive tackles him.
Do a contested grapple.
I'm not good at strength.
I know.
So what role would that be for me?
So she does athletics, and you can choose athletics or acrobatics.
It's a 2.
Oh,
There's almost no way for you to fail, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I had a
You-
+5 in
You
that.
you slip out of her grasp, and run out of the door, and then fall head over heels down the stairs.
Bum 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 bum.
You hear several thuds. One of them louder than the rest as he just face plants on the last step.
Ugh. Welcome back. Enjoy your trip.
You once again just hear another muffled woo.
You're basically
Okay,
Archer,
yeah.
aren't you?
I don't know who that is.
Have you not seen the TV show Archer?
I have not, but I do recognize the name now.
It's hilarious. But yeah, he drinks a lot.
Ah, I've seen that cartoon
Then
before,
don't.
I guess.
You have that option. You can just stop.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, Raquel's just gonna follow him and use. Okay, we're just gonna burn a spell on this command to say upstairs.
Nice. Make a wisdom save, Wick,
A wisdom save, you say?
against command.
I feel like this should be disadvantage because he's still drunk. Just say it.
I'm gonna put it as disadvantage anyway.
Nat 20!
That is a double nat 20!
I
That is a double nat 20! What on earth?
You pass! Scott, are you coming straight back to the tavern or you're going to hit some shops on the way?
I'm gonna hit the general store before I get there. I have to grab something.
Okay, what are you wanting to get from the general store?
Paper and ink.
Paper and ink. The, what elf behind the counter is very pleased to see you. Nice to see a new face. He can supply you with an ink pen, a 1 ounce bottle of black ink, and do you want paper or parchment?
Parchment would keep better, I think.
Parchment's cheaper. You can get 10. Yeah, he's happy to sell you like 10 sheets of paper and the ink and pen for like 11 gold.
You said 11 gold?
11. Mm-hmm. The ink is 10. The 10 sheets of parchment is 1. He's throwing in the pen for free.
You wouldn't happen to have torches here too, or would I have to go somewhere else to grab that?
Yeah, plenty of torches. Ready to go. You'll need a tinderbox too, won't you?
Yeah.
5 silver for the tinderbox. A copper piece each for the torches. How many do you want?
Alright, so 11 for the first stuff.
10.
Just gonna give him 12 gold in total.
Pleasure doing business with you. Anything else I can get you?
No, I am good, and thank you.
Are you, what are you planning on doing with all of that? If you don't mind me asking.
Just jotting down some notes. As for the torches, well, you can never have too many torches.
Alright. Just don't go burning down anybody's house I know.
Of course not.
One
I
big
mean,
one.
he's thinking to himself, less you know, spider.
Oh, you're going after the spiders, are you?
Perhaps.
They're wily beasts. Be careful.
He's playing with time magic.
Alright, and I guess I'll just head straight to the bar.
Alright.
Alright, so tinderbox.
10 torches. 10 sheets of parchment.
Oh, okay.
Bottle of ink. And a quill pen. Alright.
Alright.
He didn't sell you a knife to sharpen that quill, but whatever. And
I mean, realistically, can I just use one of my daggers?
yeah. Okay, so you come back to see probably Wick staggering back towards the bar with a very angry...
No,
Sorry?
Wick's following the command anyway.
Oh, you're choosing to go back upstairs?
Yeah, he's just doing it anyway.
Alright. So you see Wick crawling back up the stairs on his hands and feet, on all fours, like only the truly inebriated do. What do you do, Scott?
Well, I can see you're finally up.
Am I up?
It's also
Am I
giving
down?
it if you wanted to
Who
do
knows?
this as well, so I
Do
think
you turn around to
talk about
face
it.
him?
Ah, okay.
Yes.
You fall.
You turn around and slide back down the steps on your ass.
It appears I am down.
But you're not out, and I guess that's all that matters.
I can be out. And he falls asleep.
Honestly, I'm glad he's still alive, says the bartender.
Raquel's gonna ask the bartender if once more someone could carry Wick upstairs.
Yeah, I got this. And he
Thank you.
He throws you over his shoulder himself and takes you back up the steps.
She tips him a gold piece.
Thank you very much. And he rolls Wick onto the bed. Okay. Well,
Alright. There happen to be like a desk or a table in this room.
mm, no. There's the bed, a chamber pot, a small dresser, and a wash basin. That's it.
I'll just write on the floor then.
You could probably use the dresser.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, well. I don't know why I was thinking of a cabinet.
Yeah, it is kind of, but it's not like a desk with a chair. It's, you could technically use the top to write on, but you'd be standing. That makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's not like it matters if he stands or sits.
Alright.
Yep.
So what you gonna
I'm like doing my
You gonna
best
pull out your
impression of like
parchments and
bristly, angry,
start writing what?
spitting feathers.
Got it. Just gonna start writing what he remembered from the book he was just reading.
Okay, do a history check. See how much you remember. How much you recall.
Alright, so this is what I actually wanted to ask about, because part of my background is I can forge documents after seeing an example of a...
Oh, okay, then yeah, you just use your forgery skill to copy them pretty much exactly, yeah. Interesting.
Before you begin to burn.
I actually got to use it. You don't know how many times I was charlatan and never actually got to use that feature.
Once.
Okay.
Yes, I got to use it once, just now. I think the 7 times I've been a charlatan.
Nice. So anyway, so you make which pages are you focusing on? The later pages that are, or the?
He's focusing more on the text-heavy pages.
Okay.
And with whatever room he has left over on another page, he'll write some of the diagrams.
Awesome. So yeah, the rest of you, Scott comes in and starts scribbling weird symbols and words on a stack of pages he's got. What do you all do?
Raquel's watching over his shoulder, but like, you know how sometimes people stand uncomfortably close to look at what you're doing?
Yes.
She's doing that.
Interesting. What about Bloob?
Still jiggling in the corner.
Still jiggling in the corner. Of course you are.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Gold jiggle.
Bloob, the master of jiggle physics.
Raquel, you spot the occasional word or phrase in Orin, and a few others in Dwarvish, but they're apparently at random, and they're not in, like, whoever wrote this originally, if he is indeed copying out from somewhere else, was switching between multiple languages as he wrote.
Okay, would it be like an insight check or anything like that to see if, like, it seems like that was intentional, like they were trying to encode it?
Yeah.
Or, like, okay.
With your passive insight of 15, you'd know that already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll let Scott know that it seems like someone was trying to encode their writings by using multiple languages and pointing out the things that I know in Orin and Dwarvish.
Okay. One of the words that you see in Dwarvish is archway. One of the words you see in Orin is planar. You don't recognize most of the other stuff.
Okay. I'll let them know that I'm seeing archway and planar. And just guessing based upon those two words that I can see, maybe they're trying to find a way between planes, would be my first guess.
Yeah, it's a good theory.
Wait, between planes?
Yeah, like, either trying
The
to
other
make a gate
side?
between planes or something like that, maybe.
You said the other side.
Yeah.
Well, there was a reason why Timmy wanted to get out of there quick, right?
God damn it, I hope this one not what that bastard is talking about.
You also see the dwarven word for tower.
Okay. Also gonna relate about the tower, and, maybe it's related to the wizard's tower.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a hunch that was important, so I guess this kind of just points me in that direction still.
So what do you want to do?
We could travel to the tower. I mean, best case scenario, we solve this mystery that you're invested in. Worst case scenario, we just find a bunch of spiders and we all get to eat spiders.
What you mean?
Well,
Still a
worst,
pretty good worst case. We just get
to be
snappy.
fair, worst case scenario is we find a bunch of spiders and we get eaten by a bunch of spiders. But I love your optimism.
I don't think the spider can eat me.
They try and you just ooze out through their spiracles. Alright.
Well, it's like either way, we have to go into this stupid forest if we want to figure this out. Which I don't really mind doing. Like any other plans.
Okay. And it's still a plan, though.
Yeah. But Wick still needs to sleep off the rest of his
Oh yeah,
drunkenness.
I forgot about him.
Forgot about him. Are you, Bloober, at any point are you going to be looking over at the pages, or are you not interested at all?
Yeah, he'll eventually get up and look at the pages.
Okay. You spot some of the dwarvish words as well, but you also see some in Infernal and Draconic.
Ooh. What are some of the words?
Travel. Private. Foolish elves is a single word in the dwarven language. And you see that one.
I'm very familiar with that word. I think that's like in my top 3 favorite dwarvish words.
Paradise. Oddly enough, in Infernal.
Of all the languages.
And demiplane in Draconic.
I'm going to relay the words that I read to him. Finding out which ones mean which.
Mm-hmm. So, from what you get, from what you've got so far, there's definitely planar travel involved. There's a secret archway that yeah. Paradise demiplane. And there's some rant about foolish elves. So, what do you guys think?
I still prefer the spiders. This is just too confusing.
Well, think about it like this. Once our friend is back on his feet, we can go kill some tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time.
So for now, you're gonna pack everything up and take a long rest, and go spider hunting when in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. And it also sounds like a good place to put a pin in it. So, I hope you guys at home have enjoyed this game as much as we enjoyed playing it. If you'd like to join the game, we have one slot left, I believe. There's a link in the description below to our Discord server. Come find me, we'll talk about it. And in the meantime,